Come closer, Seeker. Closer. Let the noise of your world fade away. It's just you and me now. I am the Ghost King, and I collect whispers, the echoes of choices made in the dead of night. Tonight, I have a story for you. No, not one story. Three. 3 lives, tangled in a web they never saw being woven. They begin with a simple omen, a quiet signal lost in the digital static of your modern world. A knock, a ping, a tap, each one a warning, each one ignored. They thought they were separate events, random bits of bad luck. They were wrong. These are not just tales of caution, Seeker. They are a map, a guide to navigating the shadows that lurk just beyond your screen, just outside your door. Pay attention. The lessons they learned in terror might just be the key to your own survival. Let's begin. Our first thread leads us to Leo. You know his type. Young, hungry, chasing the ghost of internet fame. His currency was chaos. His brand, the Midnight Knock Challenge. He'd film himself knocking on random doors late at night, capturing the sleepy, confused faces for his followers. It was harmless, he told himself. Just a joke. The views climbed, the comments poured in, and with them, a sense of invincibility. He was a digital phantom, untouchable. But the digital world has a way of bleeding into the real one. One Tuesday, just after midnight, as he was packing up his gear, he heard it. A single, soft knock. Not on the door he'd just pranked, but on the driver's side window of his own car. He froze. The street was empty. No one there. He laughed it off, blaming the wind, his own frayed nerves. A coincidence. The next night, it happened again. 2 knocks, sharper this time. He was miles away in a different neighborhood. He spun around, phone ready, but found only silence and the cold judgment of the streetlights. The coincidences began to stack up. A shadow in the background of his videos he couldn't explain. A recurring comment on his channel, not with words, but with a strange, 3-lined symbol, like a tally mark. His followers thought it was part of the act, a new ARG. They loved it. But Leo felt a cold dread seeping in. Then came the 3rd night. He wasn't even filming. He was just sitting in his car, trying to convince himself to go home. And then, knock, knock, knock. 3 loud, deliberate bangs on the roof of his car, directly above his head. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't a prank. It was a summons. Leo had spent weeks demanding people's attention, forcing his way into their quiet lives for a laugh. Now, something was demanding his. He had knocked on the wrong door, and in doing so, had invited a far more persistent visitor to his own. Curiosity without empathy, Seeker, is a blade with no handle. It cuts both ways. So I ask you, if you were Leo, sitting in that car, with the echo of those 3 knocks ringing in your ears, what would you do? Would you open the door? Now, let that question hang in the air. We leave Leo in his cold car and follow our second thread to Amara. Amara wasn't a risk-taker. She was the opposite, dependable, kind, perhaps a little too trusting. She worked in data management, a gatekeeper of digital secrets. Her friend, a freelancer named Ben, was in a bind. He needed access to a client database that Amara managed just for an hour to finish a project. Company policy was clear, never share credentials, but Ben was desperate. Just this once, he pleaded. I'll be quick, no one will ever know. Amara hesitated, then relented. She trusted Ben. What harm could it do? She sent him her password. An hour later, her phone pinged, a security alert. She texted Ben. "Was that you?" He said yes, he was done, and thanked her profusely. Amara relaxed. The ping was just a formality, a coincidence. But Trust Seeker is not a password to be loaned. It is a fortress built stone by stone, and she had just given away the key. The next day, 2 more pings, back to back. She called Ben. He swore it wasn't him. He'd logged out, deleted the password. He sounded nervous. Amara's stomach tightened. She changed her password immediately, but it felt like locking a door after the thief was already inside. The omen was escalating. The single ping had been a polite inquiry. These 2 were a test of the lock. If you have journeyed this far with me, Seeker, take a breath. The air grows colder from here. Let me know you're still listening. Type, "I'm still here," in the comments below, because the final knock is about to fall, and you need to be ready. The next morning, Amara's world imploded. A massive data breach. Client information leaked. An internal investigation traced the breach back to her credentials, to the exact time Ben had access. But the data stolen was far beyond what he could have taken. It was a professional hit. As her boss questioned her, her phone vibrated on the desk. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in quick succession. Ping, ping, ping. 3 phishing emails had arrived simultaneously. The sender wasn't a name. It was just a symbol. 3 vertical lines. The same omen that haunted Leo's comment section. The knock had found a new door. Amara's act of kindness, her misplaced trust, had been twisted into a key used not by her friend, but by the shadow that stood behind him. Now for our final thread. Meet David. A good man, but tired. Worn down by the city, by the endless demands on his time and energy. One rainy night, he was on the last bus home. A young teenager, soaked and shivering, got on and sat across from him. The teen was clearly terrified, glancing nervously toward the back of the bus where a group of loud men were laughing. The teen made eye contact with David, a silent plea for something. Acknowledgement. Safety. David felt a pang of responsibility, but it was quickly smothered by exhaustion. He didn't want to get involved. He broke eye contact, put in his earbuds, and stared out the window, pretending not to notice. He told himself someone else would help. The bus stopped, and the teen scrambled off into the rain. David felt a flicker of guilt, but it passed. It wasn't his problem. A missed connection. A coincidence. Weeks later, David's car broke down. His phone was dead. He was stranded in an unfamiliar, poorly lit part of the city after dark. He saw the headlights of a car idling at the end of an alley and felt a surge of hope. As he approached, the window rolled down. A stranger sat inside, their face hidden in shadow. David began to explain his situation, his voice trembling slightly. But before he could finish, the stranger spoke, their voice flat and cold. "Not my problem." The exact words David had thought on the bus. The window rolled up. The car drove away, leaving him in the suffocating darkness. Kindness is a current, Seeker. When you withhold it, the circuit breaks, and you may find yourself powerless when you need the connection most. As David stood there, heart pounding, he heard a sound, a light, rhythmic tapping. He looked toward a grimy warehouse window beside him. Tap, tap, tap. 3 distinct taps, echoing the rhythm of the knocks and the pings. And for a split second, reflected in the glass, he saw it. Not his own reflection, but a symbol. 3 stark vertical lines, glowing like a fresh wound in the darkness. The omen had completed its journey. Do you see it now, Seeker? The pattern? The viral doorbell? The borrowed password? The night bus pact? 3 different stories, 3 different lives, but it was never 3 different omens. It was one. One warning delivered in 3 different languages. A single knock for Leo, a quiet test of his awareness. A single ping for Amara, a gentle nudge about her trust. A single glance from a stranger for David, a simple question of his humanity. They were all first warnings, soft, easily dismissed. When ignored, the omen escalated. 2 knocks, 2 pings, a car that repeated his own cold words. The warning grew louder, more personal, and when that was ignored, 3 knocks, 3 pings, 3 taps, the final call. The consequence arriving at the door. The warning becomes the outcome. These are the old ways, Seeker, dressed in new clothes. The spirits of the crossroads are now the algorithms of the internet. The cursed object is now the unsecured password. The ghost in the alley is now the reflection of our own indifference. The lesson is the same as it has always been. Pay attention. Your world is speaking to you, sending you signs. Listen to the quiet knocks before they become a battering ram. Guard your trust, for it is a sacred key, and offer your kindness freely, for it is the only light that truly pushes back the dark. You stayed until the end. Good. That means you are a listener. That is the first and most important step. I share these stories for those, like you, who are willing to hear them. I drop new stories every week, maps through the modern shadows. Watch more of my videos weekly. Start the next omen now. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one.